Alvie Eats Soup by Ross Collins. I love soup, especially in the winter. Alvie eats soup. He's even taking a picture of it. Must have been good. Wow. See some red and some green, some yellow. It looks like he's putting up another favorite bowl. This is the story of a boy called Alvie. I only eat soup, said Alvie. In the beginning, Alvie's first word was, "He's going to say Daddy," said Alvie's dad. "He's going to say Mommy," said Alvie's mommy. "Mulligatawny," said Alvie. Do you know what that is? I think it's a kind of soup. Look, he didn't want a cookie. He didn't want a banana. Look what he's hugging right there. Can you see that? Can of soup. Alvie had a little sister called Delilah. Delilah could eat anything. "Why can't you be more like Delilah?" asked Alvie's dad. "Delilah can eat anything," said Alvie's mom. "I can eat anything," said Delilah. "I only eat soup," said Alvie. You know what? Delilah may eat anything, but I think she needs to work on her little table manners a bit, don't you? And maybe closing the refrigerator. I think that might be a good idea. To make matters worse, Alvie's granny was a world-famous chef. "The irony," said Alvie's dad. "The shame," said Alvie's mom. Look, now in stock. There's Granny. "The ladle," said Alvie. See, that's a ladle. It's like a soup spoon. It's kind of big, and you can dip out a whole bunch of soup at once with one of those. At school, Alvie would never, ever swap. "Swap you for my jumbo sandwich. Swap you for my salad. Swap you for my pastrami on rye. Swap you for my liver. Swap you for my banana." "I only eat soup," slurped Alvie. And at bedtime, Alvie wouldn't listen to bedtime stories. Only recipes would send him off to sleep. Can you believe that? I don't think I'd like to listen to that. Oh my goodness, it's a recipe for mulligatawny soup. We were right. It is soup. His poor mom is about to fall asleep reading the recipe. Every week, the soup factory would make a delivery. "I only eat soup," said Alvie. "You don't say," said the delivery man. Look how much that is, you guys. It even has a hose. Glug, 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 all the way up to his house. That's how much he eats. That's so much. Granny Franny was kept in the dark. Look, she sent a package of cakes. I see jam. There's a picture of her, and there's a little typewriter, and it says, "Dear Granny Franny, thank you very much for your delicious food package. Alvie particularly loves the pecan pie and the..." We know that's not true, don't we? Because what does Alvie only eat? Soup. Alvie's parents worried. They worried about growth. Oh my goodness, look at his little sister. Bigger than him. They fretted about nutrition. Hey, look, he thinks he's getting too skinny. He's like a piece of paper. They despaired over what would be served at his wedding. They're worried about the soup floating away. But everything was pretty much under control until one day. I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think? You think they may run out of soup? I don't know. The letter they dreaded arrived. "Dear all, I am finally getting a break from the book tour. Can't wait to see my lovely Delilah and Alvie. See you next Tuesday. Love, Granny Franny." "She'll think we're unfit parents," wept Alvie's mother. "Action stations," shouted Alvie's dad. Look at him running him out. He's even spilling his soup, poor thing. Alvie's parents resolved to cure their boy forever. They tried depriving him. Look, they locked him in his room so he couldn't get any soup. But they gave him all these delicious things. But is Alvie eating it? No, because he only eats what? That's right, soup. They tried overindulging him. World of soup. Look at him rolling out. More. So they tried to give him too much soup so he'd feel so full in his belly that he'd never want to eat it again. But did it work? No, he's still calling for more soup. They tried analyzing him. So there he is on the table, and look, they have all these different doctors checking him out to see, why does this boy only eat soup? I just don't get it. They tried tricking him. I only eat soup, not goop. Eventually, they gave up. We give up! Granny Franny was due the next day. She'll inform the authorities, groaned Alvie's dad. Who authorities? Asked Delilah. Unless, said Alvie's mother. Do you know what that means? I think she maybe has a good idea. Looks that way. Just as all traces of soup were hidden, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Hello, everybody, said Granny Franny. Let's go to a restaurant to celebrate, said Alvie's mom and dad. Look what's hiding in here. Do you see all those? Look, I see a ladle again. I see pots of soup. They're trying to run away from the issue. Once there, Alvie's parents put their plan into action. Alvie's mom ordered for everyone. Everything, please. Can you imagine that? Ordering everything on the menu. Oh my word, that's so much. They're not going to have a big enough table. A splendid choice, said Alvie's dad. All of it, said Delilah. With so much food on the table, Granny Franny couldn't possibly see what Alvie would eat. Is something the matter, madame? He's asking Granny Franny. The waiter is. I only eat peas, said Granny Franny. Look at them. Look at their faces. They're like, what? You're a world-famous chef, and all you eat is peas? Something weird in the food gene runs in this family. Me too, said Alvie. Wait a minute, I thought he only ate soup, and look, now he's just like Granny Franny, only eating peas. And look at his poor parents. They passed out in their chairs and fell out. Alvie Eats Soup by Ross Collins.